Welcome to our weekly energy forecast and meditation. I'm Sabine.
I'm Juna.
And we're from Synergy in Motion, where it's all about empowering you to live true to you. And these forecasts and meditations are based in human design and the I Ching and inspired by the Gene Keys. And every week we pick a morsel in what's in the air in this moment and we contemplate. We play with it and then we bring it to you to invite you to contemplate about it as well. Mm-hmm. You're a big part in this journey with us. So please do let us know how this affects you, what you think about this, and let us know either in the comments below or send us a text or an email. We're very curious and we love interacting with you. And if you feel you want to share that with friends, that helps us out big time. And those thumbs up or hearts and subscribes are super helpful too. So now to this week's theme.
Yes, so the theme that we're in already for the last couple of days, and it goes until Tuesday of next week, is based in Hexagram 63, which is we're out of the emotionality for a little bit. We get a little respite of the emotionality, and we're in human design terms, in a head gate. So, and the theme is after completion, doubt. And what this is talking about with the hexagram and this energy is that after we complete a cycle of something and there's like this big climax, like, yes, we did it well. And there's this rise of energy. And then we can rest on our laurels for a while. And the Chinese sages said, well, it's great, but don't stay there too long. Bring a little doubt into the picture. You know, we can get too certain and rest on the laurels of our success. So it says, bring a little doubt in, and that doubt doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's the beginning of an inquiry, actually. So just think about your life. We want to make it practical for you this week. So, you know, is there something that you have brought, you've gone through different stages and maybe you've come to a culmination and there's a success or there's a completion of some sort. And just ask yourself, am I, being self-satisfied? Am I too certain and have I gone soft and lazy in that certainty? Okay. And certainty is a great feeling. But if we stay there, nothing really changes. Mm-hmm. So that is really what this energy is. And we called it the shame of doubt in the blog that we're writing this week. And there's this shame of when we don't know something. Like if you doubt yourself or you doubt your partner or you doubt your faith or all of that. Because
you doubt your parents.
You doubt your parents as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this doubt, there's like this shame-based feeling, and that's how authorities can control us. Don't question authority, right? And so the rebels in all of us want to question authority. And this is the wisdom of this hexagram. The wisdom of this week is to question your faith, question what is happening, question the certainty that you have come to. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's this fine balance of, celebrating your accomplishments and what certainty you have come to, but it doesn't have to stop there.
Mm-hmm. And one of the important things to remember is that all of this might look like it's happening in your mind, that your mind inquires, right? And your mind doubts. But what it is, it's all of you. It's including your body. There's a body sensation. Something is not quite as it should be. There's more. There is more
to the story.
And that guidance comes also from your body and your heart and your inner knowing. That has nothing to do with the mind. Mm. So it is not in doubt that comes from a logical point of view, but from a knowing that there is more, and life always unfolds. It's always giving birth to more life. So really listening also to your inner knowing in this process and trusting your inner knowing that, what else is out there? Mm. Go and be curious. That way of curiosity guides you into a deepening of your knowing, your faith, your relationship with each other. And think about it, when you're so certain in relationship. I've seen so many relationships where both sides were so certain we belong together, and then suddenly it falls all apart because they didn't dare to doubt each other, to question. Like, we always look, does it still work? What do we need to change? That keeps our relationship very alive, but it is challenging. It is scary to, do we still want to be together, or do we need to walk separate paths? It is a scary time, but it also really empowers our relationship.
Yeah. I think I just want to get back with really good points. Doubt is like that little pebble in your shoe that is so easy to ignore. And so if you have like this niggling doubt about anything, relationship or your faith or anything, pay attention. It's something to pay attention to, because the doubt is a door that can open into new possibilities, whereas certainty is a door that closes you off to other possibilities. So it's just really fine-tuned. And what we've noticed is that with that doubt also comes this heavy shame. And that is from feeling like, oh, who am I to question, all of that. But question, it is okay to inquire with your whole body and go, oh yeah, something is off. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person for doubting another person. You're just aware of an energy. You're aware of an energetic that is maybe underneath the surface. So it is okay to doubt. It is okay to ask questions. There's power in that. It opens a door to a deeper inquiry. And so that is what we're challenging you to. That is what we're inviting you to this week, is to open a door to inquiry. Just notice those places in your life where you might have that niggle of, something's not right, or doubtful, or what else. So please do ask those questions.
And what we don't mean when we say do doubt is bring doubt and judgment together. Because asking question, doubting is such a taboo in our Western world, and that we have attached that judgment of bad. If I doubt myself, that means that I'm wrong, that I'm bad or stupid or whatever. Yeah. No, that's why shame and doubt often go hand in hand. It doesn't mean that something is wrong. When I doubt Juna, it doesn't mean that she's wrong. I just don't buy the story that she's telling, or
yeah,
right? And I don't buy my own story. Like, my own certainty is sometimes very convincing. But if there's that pebble in my shoe who says, oh, maybe there's something else there, doesn't mean that I'm wrong. So it's really that childlike interrogation, or that inquiry. I love that word. Inquiry versus self-doubt. That's not what we're talking about. So really notice what the difference for you between being curious and making yourself wrong, or somebody else wrong. Yeah, you can ask questions without having to make anyone or anything wrong.
And just because you don't get an answer right away, or someone doesn't like your question, doesn't mean you have to stop asking questions and really being the question and going into inquiry. I think we're so conditioned through our educational system and through parenting and all of the different things that you have to be certain. And we can be shamed for not knowing something. If you raise your hand in class or you're called on and you don't know, that can be very terrifying to not know the answer. So what happens with the shame of doubt, is that we end up pretending to be certain and pretending to know when we don't know. So what if you could also be aware of that this week, is just seeing those places inside of yourself where you might pretend that you know something when you don't. And it's okay to not know. And things aren't 100% certain. And, we've both lived on this planet for a long time. And after you've lived a while, you know that things aren't always certain. that when you think when you're young and, oh, this is going to be how it is, right? So
I still do that sometimes. And then I have a good laugh.
yeah. So it's really shifting that shame of doubt into the inquiry that doubt can spark in us.
Into new adventures and new horizons. Yes.
All right. So are we ready to meditate
Take
and
that into contemplative space?
Contemplate that.
Yeah. Good. So take a deep breath and relax your body. Take another one of these yummy deep breaths. And another one. And come present into this moment, in the here and now. Coming home to yourself. That space within you where you can relax, where you feel the most you. And just for a little bit, just become aware how your breath flows gently in and out. And allow that rhythm to deeply relax your body. And in this moment, give yourself this space where you don't have to be certain, where you don't need to know what's important or not. You don't have to prove anything. You can just be. Now is a good moment. And allow yourself to relax into that space where you don't have to find or come up with an answer. Where you can just be present in this moment. Where you don't have to choose yes or no, up or down. Where you can just be you. And if there are any insecurities, worries, doubts, hesitations, that don't allow you to be present, just be present with them, know they're there, and just keep breathing. And allow yourself to deeply connect with you and your knowing that is within your heart and in your belly. And from that space, being deeply connected with yourself, just become aware of those doubts, hesitations that you might have in your life, or even the energy in itself. And just be present. And just wonder, be curious. Is this doubt pointing at a new possibility? Or is it full of judgment of right and wrong, good and bad? And just notice, you don't have to do anything with it, just be present. Like, okay, there might be some judgment there where I'm making myself wrong or somebody else wrong. Or, there is a truth here. Let me find out more. And really give yourself the freedom to inquire, to let doubt guide you to your truth. And in this inquiry, also notice the difference of what your mind is trying to tell you, to convince you of, and what you actually know. And while you are in this space of inquiry, asking questions without judgment, become aware that the guilt, the shame of asking questions, of being unsure, melts away. Give yourself permission to not know, to not be certain. And make space for the curious part in you. And let's take this a little further. Think of an authority, an external authority that you tend to never doubt. Not your inner knowing, but something external. Your parents, your boss, the government, God. What is it for you? What authority is out there that you never dare to doubt? That you never dare to question? And it might even be your mind as an external authority telling you you should do this and you can't do that. Or you can only do this in that amount of time. And you have to. Whatever it is for you, be present in that space of giving yourself permission to ask questions, to not know, to not be certain. And just notice what happens. And let's expand this space and become aware of our world, where we have made figures of authority so right that we do not listen to our own knowing anymore. Whether that is our parents, teachers, doctors, priests, trying to run our lives. Let's be present together in our knowing and the willingness to question that authority, making it safe for us all to question, to inquire, and ultimately to trust our inner knowing. And then bring your attention back to yourself. That space of curiosity, willingness to inquire, to look at doubt, to become clear whether it is judgment, hiding, or whether that is actually a door to be opened, a new possibility unfolding. And we invite you for the next little while to really find your own certainties, things that you have turned into an authority that you do not question, whether that is a belief, a thought, or someone external. And just be present. And just ask yourself, I wonder if this is so. Give yourself permission for this inquiry. And be present with what unfolds. And in all of this, remember to love and to be loved. Because that allows this inquiry to be gentle and honoring. And thank you for being you, daring to ask questions, daring to doubt. daring to be curious about what else. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was powerful. There's a lot there. So you might want to listen again. I think I might listen again because there was a lot of gems in there for me to look at certain parts of my life and just, look at it as an inquiry. I really, really love that. Reframing the doubtfulness into the strength of what else, what's next, what more, and not resting on my laurels. So,
or satisfaction.
Yeah, that certainty. Yeah. Whew. So
we will be back next Sunday.
Yes.
Full of love and whatever. Spark.
Yes, whatever.
Or not.
Yeah, well, there's a couple more emotional gates and hexagrams to go through. So we're not done. We're not out of the woods yet with this emotionality, which brings this richness to everything that we begin. So we're in this quarter of initiation and we're really exploring this richness of the emotionality that we are. So yes, have a wonderful week. And we look forward to seeing you soon again next week, same place, same time.
Yes.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye.